Hi, my name is Leah. Today I'm going to walk you through a tutorial that will help you access online resources for uninsured patients and locate prescription assistance programs for medications patients cannot afford. For this tutorial, we will be using www.pparx.org. Here, you will see the homepage for this website. The first link you'll need to click is the Prescription Assistance Program, which is located in the center of the main screen. On the left-hand side, you will find many health-related resources which may be of use, including the free Clinic Finder. This finder provides directions and phone numbers of free clinics in the area. For example, if you type in the zip code 30031, you can update this to the radius the patient would be willing to drive. This will give you the location and phone numbers of free clinics in the area, which may be of use for your patients. In addition to this resource, you can use the savings card resource, which is also available in the left-hand side of the screen. This link will take you to several different discount cards which can be used at most discount pharmacies. These discount cards, however, can only be used to reduce the cost of medications if they are not listed on a $4 generic list. Today, the resource we will be focusing on is the Patient Assistance Program. The link to this guide is located on the left menu on the side of the screen. There are several ways you can search for a medication in this database. However, the easiest method is to search by name. For example, we'll start by searching for Celebrex. Once you've typed in the name or a portion of the name, click Search. Here you will see 4 different programs available for this medication. The first program is specific for patients in Connecticut, so we will ignore that one. The following 2 are programs that provide discounts on brand medications provided by the manufacturer company. Here you can see a brief summary of the program, some of the requirements, and links to the application. For example, with Connection to Care, it has a brief summary of how a patient would apply to this program. It also has links to the program's application, the request form, and the program's website. In addition to this information, the program also lists eligibility, which isn't as specific as the information which can be found at the program's website, but it might give you enough information to determine quickly whether or not a patient is eligible for this program. In addition, what you'll notice at the bottom is that there are many brand name medications which are covered on this program. You can read through the list of this medication list. If a client is taking more than one brand name medication, they might be both covered on the same plan. So that would save the client time when applying for the specific plan. Okay. The other program listed here, the Pfizer Friends, is another program provided by the manufacturer. This program has very general information just like the last one. What you'll notice that's different is going to be in the eligibility program. This one is more of a discount card rather than a very reduced cost program. However, this program also doesn't have as many requirements for application. You'll also notice at the bottom a very similar list of medications which we saw in the first program. The final program listed on this screen is a generalized discount card, as I mentioned before when we were talking about the savings cards. This can be used at most discount pharmacies. However, unlike the 2 programs offered by the manufacturer, it may not offer significant savings for the patient. This program does have fewer qualifications, so if a patient isn't eligible for the programs offered by the manufacturer, this is an alternative option. For more practice, we're going to search for another medication, Crestor. Like I said earlier, if you don't know the exact spelling of the medication, you can just put a portion of the name of the medication, for example, CRES, and that should take you to the same results as if you typed in the full name of the medication. As with Celebrex, the first program is state-specific, so patients in Georgia are ineligible for that program. The second two are listed, provided by the manufacturer. The difference between the two is whether or not the patient has insurance. The first program is for a patient with insurance. The second program is for a patient with Medicare Part D. Most of the patients which you'll be assisting won't have insurance, so we'll click on this link. As listed before with the other medication that we searched for, there is a good bit of information here. There are also contact information in case you ever need to contact the company which provides this program. Here are directions on how to apply. There's also eligibility for this program and other information. Each program will be slightly different depending on the manufacturer, so make sure to read through this carefully before filling out a lengthy application for a client. It will definitely save you some time. Once you've located the best program for the patient, beginning the application is the next step. Many programs offer applications in Spanish and in English. One thing to note about these programs is that some do require proof of residency. For example, with the AstraZeneca program, you can click on the Spanish or the English version. For our purposes, we'll look at the English version. Something to note for qualification of this program is that a client must be a U.S. resident, have a green card, or a work visa holder. Not all programs require this, but many of them do, so make sure to pay attention to that before submitting an application. As you can see here, there is also a link to the program's website. Each program listed in the database at www.pparx.org also has their own website. However, I have found that the database on the original website is extremely useful and much easier to navigate than trying to locate each individual program on your own. Once you have located an eligible program for a client, print out and complete the application. Sometimes it does take a few weeks to get the medication, so completing the program as soon as possible is beneficial for the patient. Once the patient is enrolled in the program, the process should be expedited and much easier in future refills. An important point to note is that once an application has been completed, make sure to mail it to the address for the particular program. Each program will have a different mailing address, not associated with the database or website. Most of the addresses for these programs can be found near the end of the application, but if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact the application. There's always a phone number listed. Another resource to note is located on the Patient Assistance Program homepage. We'll go back to that screen. If you scroll down to the very bottom of the page, you'll see resources for the state of Georgia. This includes many types of prescription assistance programs specific to the state of Georgia. Included in this list is public health insurance as well. Some clients may be eligible for these programs, so I wanted to point out this resource if you have any clients who are eligible. If you would like additional practice locating programs for clients, I've got some more examples of medications you can practice with. So from the Patient Assistance Program, the first medication we'll practice with is Premarin. That is spelled Premarin. As before, you can see specific programs for this medication. Another example is Advair. That's Advair. The last example I have for you is Nexium. Nexium. If a client is ever given a prescription for a brand name medication that is too expensive, the patient can always ask the doctor if there is a similar medication which has a generic available. The doctor may decide to change the prescription, but if not, medication assistance programs are extremely useful when utilized to their full extent. I hope this video has helped you understand how to access and assist a client in applying for a medication assistance program.